Hi everybody, welcome to Good Morning Toowoomba with Ben Apsey. Daryl Nicholson is here with us in spirit today. However, he did start work quite early this morning. He will be back in action with us, hopefully later this week. Today is the 14th of October, top of 23 degrees today in the Toowoomba CBD, 30% chance of rain. It is currently 15 degrees, although it feels a little bit cooler with the cloud cover, with a humidity of 71%. At present, in the CBD, very cloudy, and yet it's meant to be mostly sunny today, so we'll see how that pans out, whether it's another misguided weather report out of the Bureau of Meteorology. In news, the inquest into Senior Constable Brett Fort's death back in 2017 is set to begin in early 2021. It has been quite a lengthy process, but a lengthy process that is necessary to determine all the facts and to give a proper report after his death in 2017. I can only imagine that all his friends and family will be very keen to hear the findings of the report and to finally have the answers that they so deserve, almost 4 years on from that incident having occurred. Travel bubble talks are airing again. This time there's the potential for Singapore and Japan on top of New Zealand when the borders finally reopen. They potentially are wanting to have travel between Australia and those two countries, as well as New Zealand as well, already in the mix. It's really interesting, all this talk of international travel, and yet we still have state leaders that are prohibiting opening state borders and letting us travel within our own country. We're one of the only countries on the planet that are currently not allowed to travel outside of it, and one of the only countries on the planet that can't even travel within their own country. And we can promptly thank dictator Dan down in Dan Andrewstan for that, I imagine. The TRC, the Toowoomba Regional Council, has or their Water and Waste Committee yesterday recommended to Council that they enter into a joint venture with Western Downs Regional Council over the procurement of its waste and recycling collection services. So essentially what that means is they're looking to join forces with the Western Downs Regional Council with their tendering process for who will collect the wheelie bins from out the front of your house. Both contracts line up fairly similar with their timing, and they are one of the largest contracts that Council deals with. Now, it's interesting that particular portfolio, it has been said, the Water and Waste Committee and that portfolio has been said to be trying their hardest to reduce costs to ratepayers, and yet that portfolio is what has cost ratepayers the most in increased tax this financial year, with a 4.1% increase on both the water access charge and the cost of water rates. On top of that, they have saved $70,000 off the electricity on the Wivenhoe pipeline. So it'll be interesting to see if all these cost-cutting exercises being done by Council, and in particular the two councillors in charge of this, are going to recommend either a reduction in their exorbitant hike in rates, or whether we'll see those savings actually passed on to us, or whether it'll go into the coffers of Council. International tech news, I'm really excited for it. I know a lot of people are really excited for it, having got up very, very early this morning to watch the podcast, or the video podcast, the vlog. Our producer is one of those from Light and Dark Productions. Very, very excited. We have 4 new iPhones coming out. We have the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 12 Pro, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is probably set to be similar size to the iPad mini, maybe a slightly smaller version. The really, really fun and exciting part about these new iPhones is that all models are 5G capable, and they are capable on that 5G of achieving a 4 gigabit download speed. Now, to give you an idea of what that means that it is 40 times faster than our NBN, which so many people have issues with, which the federal government's been asked to fork out a ton of extra money, to the tune of something like $4.5 billion to upgrade it already. The fastest possible speed that you can currently get, if you're able to get it, on the NBN is 100 megabits per second. 40 times faster on 5G. I know which one I would rather have. I would certainly rather have 5G nationwide. By far is the better, faster, more reliable system. And in birthday news, everyone knows him if you've ever been to the Cube. James Pugsley Adams, the bouncer at the front door. Everyone knows him. He gives the greatest hugs on earth, and he's a really great friend of mine. Happy birthday to you, James, from MNP Security. So if you happen to be at the Cube this weekend, make sure you say hi to James if he's on, and say happy birthday to him, because he's one of the gentlest bouncers, I think, on earth, although if you were to test him, he could probably throw you out the door quicker than most other people as well, because he is a unit. That's it for us today. Thank you for joining us with Good Morning Toowoomba. As always, like and share us on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us or subscribe on YouTube. I'm Ben Apsey.